Hello everyone and welcome. Crash here. This is RTA Motorsports. Today we're going to be jumping into some, I don't know. I'm going to leave it up to you guys. What do you guys want to see? We have some of the controllers on here, but I'm actually going to be running a few different pieces of software, so I kind of want to see how it's going to affect our performance at the same time as running a sim racing title. So we're going to be running with our RTX 3090. We have the HP REVERB G2, probably one of the hardest headsets to run smoothly. I have FPS VR running, so we're going to see the frame rates. And I'll give you in real time what my experience is. Last night we did a race. The view was horrible. I apologize about that. Pretty much on that stream, you guys were looking out the right side of the windshield the entire time, and I didn't mean for that to happen. But today I'm going to be running basically everything a little bit better, and hopefully we'll get a better view for everyone. Also, I'm going to be running with chat at the same time, so that way we'll be able to see chat at the same time as I'm in the headset, and we all get to experience that together. But may take a little bit of setup during the stream, so that way future streams will be a little bit more smooth. Let's put a test here. Let's make sure I can see it in the headset, and everything seems to be kind of lagging a little bit. I don't know if it's just the Bluetooth keyboard I have. Not really sure. Yeah, I don't know how this is going to run, but I could see chat in the headset, so that's good. Noise. Noise. Okay. Let's get this view up and going here. Pretty much, this is pretty much my view. So you can see on the top left there, you can actually see some of my streaming software kind of showing up in that window because it's overlaying the chat. So that's a little bit weird how that happens there. Streamlabs OBS is overlaying it and it kind of shows up there. But we're going to have Philips Hue lights kind of going at the same time. So whatever simulator we're using, the lights are going to kind of change with it too. So we'll see how that looks on the stream, if that's even any good or not. But you can see this is my view here. You can see the chat window there. So that's kind of what I'm going to be rolling with, as well as FPS VR is going to be on the bottom there. I'm going to try to... I don't know if I'm going to use this view or not. Well, we'll see. Probably going to use game capture, to be honest with you. So that way you guys are not seeing chat twice. But yeah, let's warm up with a little ACC. Why not, right? Let's warm up with a little ACC, see how everything's going. ACC is kind of one of the harder titles to run, and I already got this wheel on, and let's plug it in. Maybe we can do some dirt rally, some iRacing. You guys let me know what you want to see. I'll have chat up and running, and we should be able to get it done. Hopefully it's not too much going on where all of a sudden it's just not running smooth at all. We'll kind of see how it's going. Yeah, I was trying, and it kind of killed me when I looked back at the stream that you guys didn't get a good view, and I apologize about that. I really do, because to me that's not fun to watch. But I really did try, and I appreciate that you noticed that. Let's see here. Kind of wondering. Oh. So let's get this. For some reason, my default monitor changed. Whoa! I don't know if you guys can see this at all. Let me put this on the screen for you guys. My display driver is doing some funky stuff. Let me put this over the chat window so you could all see kind of what it just did. So I have three monitors, the 3, 2, 1. And now it's saying there's a 4, 5, and 6. I don't know what that's about. Probably because of all the software I'm running with OVR drop to capture my chat box and all that. I don't know what that's about. But that is incorrect. And hopefully... All right, everything's back. Yeah, actually, Armin, if you look on my channel, I already have a review of the Rift S on the channel. So definitely check that out. All right, everything's going to kind of lag for a second. I'm just changing the main displays. Now, mind you, when I did the review of the Rift S, it was very early on. The Rift S just came out, and they were having flashing issues, and that was resolved after that review came out. So that flashing issue, which was kind of a huge complaint of mine, is no longer an issue. So just keep that in mind if you watch that review. All right, let's run ACC again. We have the correct screen up. Yeah, things are sometimes a little, you don't really go as planned, but I do my best. And the thing is, I kept checking it. Like, I kept putting the headset down and checking the VR view, and it looked good, you know? But you're going to notice lights kind of flashing and changing. And that's, we have Philips Hue kind of going at the same time. I kind of want to see if this is a little bit more immersive of a view for you guys. I would recommend it now, depending on your system, depending on a few factors. What's your system like, Armin? So definitely let me know, let us know what your system's like. Kind of curious there, what type of system you have. Let me do some practice and make sure everything is smooth here. We have yet to run the new EMULA for ACC. Jesse was telling me yesterday that the EMULA rendition here... CJ, I just came on, bud. You're not late at all. I'm just jumping in. $2070 Supra, Supra. Is that a Supra? Yeah, you would be able to. Bailey, thank you so much. I think the 2070 Super can handle most VR headsets right now. If you get the Oculus Rift S, I think you're going to have a great experience. It's going to be a fun experience, and it's going to be a smooth one. And that's kind of what that's about, is basically optimization and getting the best experience possible. And I think with the 2070, the Oculus Rift S would be a good pairing, especially for the money. But I really love my Quest 2 for all-around VR. If you're never planning on playing room-scale VR, there's something to be said about that. Then yeah, the Oculus Rift S has a little bit more of an FOV. I mean, it's kind of slight, but the resolution and the frame rate, especially with what is that? Let's see, what's the name of that piece of software? Desktop VR? No, not desktop. Virtual desktop, where you could stream your titles over your network, basically. It looked absolutely amazing with the Quest 2. I don't know. It's kind of like a hard thing. I don't think your title, I mean, your GPU is going to be good for the HP REVERB G2, only because the resolution's so high in this, it's going to be hard to run. But, you know, if you're planning on upgrading your GPU, this might be a headset you might want to look at. But I think the Rift S would give you a great experience. It's kind of like a good middle ground. And the thing that kind of held me up was that crackling, sort of like flashing screen that was resolved very early on. So when you watch that review, it's a full review. It's not a live stream. It's an actual review video. Definitely check it out. I did some through the lens shots and I compared it to other VR headsets. So check it out. I think you would be fine with it. No, the Quest 2 is actually really light and very balanced. The Quest 1's very front heavy. I have both headsets. I think with the RX 580 and your CPU, you could handle VR no problem. You'd be late to your own funeral. No! So I haven't used Crew Chief in a little while, Gabriel. TMX Pro with the TH8A shifter, that is an awesome setup. Definitely going to have a lot of fun with that. I used to have the TX, and I tried the TMX Pro, and it's a solid wheel. That shifter I had for a really long time, and then if you also can shop from Ricmotech, I don't know where you are in the world. Ricmotech has cool upgrades for that shifter that you could get a nice sequential feel, stuff like that, a nice ratchet feel. I crack you up. So you can see kind of the lights, the reverb kind of, I mean, wow, the reverb. You can see my Philips Hue lights kind of go nuts depending on where I move my head and the view that it's getting. But yeah, let's change this because this kind of doesn't look right. I know the aspect ratio is wrong, so let me edit this real quick. Let's put this back on 1920 by 1080 and see what this is like. See if it looks kind of funky. It might look a little squished, but then we'll start from there. Well, that doesn't look half bad, actually. Yeah, I think that actually looks pretty good. All right, so I think I fixed that issue. And let's take it around the track a few times. Again, I do have my motion rig off, but I have my transducers on, my butt kicker. It's not a butt kicker, it's Sim Racing Studios transducer pad. So that way, and I do have chat up, so I will be able to read your comments in the headset here. Yeah, I just haven't been able to find it, Bailey. I don't know which one it is or which one everyone's using. So I already had, John, I already had some PCI Express. Oh, you know what? My wheel rotation's off again. I keep having to set it for ACC. I don't know why. I already had some PCI Express USB 3.0 and 3.1 add-on cards. So I took out the reason why we're not using the external camera, I took out my Elgato capture card, and yeah, so I put in my other PCI USB 3.0 capture card. The thing is, you don't want too many things. You want a powered USB hub, because I did have my Razer mat and everything kind of attached to it, and it said I didn't have enough USB power or PCI power going to it, so I had to use my powered USB hub that I already had. They're pretty cheap. Molex kind of goes into it, and now it's working just fine. But yeah, they really need to fix that issue with the X570 motherboards, because we have a USB-C port on the back, but none of the USBs on the back of these motherboards will work with it. This is kind of the only workaround until they fix that issue, unfortunately. All right, so let's Let's get this
Matching
going.
car and track data found in Sim Experience database.
Alrighty.
Profile modified.
Let me see what the degrees of rotation is set to. Again, we're just doing some practice real quick, making sure everything's running smooth. There we go. Okay, so the rotation should be good now. Let me get my gloves on, my glovies. Again, this McLaren wheel works best with gloves. With gloves, it feels so good. I would wait for some of the NVIDIA 3000 GPUs or the new Ryzen, the new Radeon GPUs to actually get out of the hands of these scalpers and start getting back in stock, because these new GPUs are so strong and so efficient. I would just wait a little bit before upgrading to anything. Yeah, just wait till after the first of the year. Or keep crawling all over eBay like I did. I ended up finding someone that was just kind of really, really eager to sell theirs. Definitely let me know what the view looks like. If the view's good,
low tire pressure, stay clear.
Better than it was yesterday. Make sure it's even. I think it's supposed to be good. So far, I'm kind of, with all the software running, which is not optimal, we're hovering around We're hovering around 75 frames per second. Feels pretty smooth though. All right, Suka. If you guys want to see any other titles, definitely let me know. If you want to see Automobilista 2, Dirt Rally, I think I'm kind of feeling some Dirt Rally iRacing, let me know. And I do have chat up, so if you have any questions while I'm in the headset, I could read it. Oh no! You know, I always forget about that that chicane right there. Yesterday, me and Jesse were talking. This is the new AMG. Kind of feel like the braking is not as good as the prior AMG. Handling is really good. The braking's not as good. Also, the new Ferrari definitely outbrakes it. But for some reason last night I was having some issues really being stable with that car. I was running faster laps with it, with the Ferrari, but I just couldn't be consistent. So far, everything feels like it's running really good. What I really enjoy about this headset is being that the clarity is there. You could read the brake markers further out. Feels a little bit more natural. I forgot about this darn chicane again.
Light damage on the front.
Hey, what's going on, Norman? How you doing, brother? Let's see why. There we go. And you could definitely tell that the USB bandwidth is being used up because I have a USB keyboard here and it lags big time, and it's plugged into the same hub as the headset's plugged into. And I know it's due to a USB bandwidth issue because if I use my normal USB, not wireless, if I use my normal USB mouse and keyboard, it works just fine. It's this wireless one plugged into that hub that is really, really laggy. So at Imola here, we're on VR high preset. Running about 70 frames per second with this 3090, and I'm streaming off the same system. If I'm not streaming off the system, we're pretty much always hitting 90. And again, I have over-yard drop, which takes, it does window mirroring, so it takes a little bit of your GPU and FPS VR, which really doesn't really use much. It's mostly over-yard drop does use a little bit of resources. So I got a few things going on here that is stealing some resources, but Kristen, how you doing? How do I sort out the FOV for streaming as compared to yesterday? Does it look better, Norman? That was really upsetting me when I looked back at the stream yesterday. The FOV and the view was completely garbage, and I apologize about that. I really, really do. Does it look better today? So far, everything's going good today. So far, everything's okay. How are you guys doing? Hope everyone's doing well and happy. Any day I could get on the sim and go to the gym. It's a great day. Every day I wake up, great day. Oh, all right. Hey, Joshua. Thank you so much for tuning in. Not sure the quality of the stream image is excellent today. All right, good. That's what I was hoping. Is the view okay though? Are you feeling like the view's fine? Because the problem was that Norman, I was having with yesterday's stream when I was watching it back was it was looking out like the right side of the windshield. It was like this, and that really frustrated me when I was watching back the stream. There was a lot of action, but you couldn't really see anything going on. You were looking at the right mirror. And I apologize about that, guys. This is ACC or Assetto Corsa Competizione. Looks good tonight. Awesome. So we'll get some multiplayer racing going on, unless you guys want to see a different title. You want to see Dirt Rally, iRacing. I pretty much have all of them. But if you want to see some multiplayer racing here, we're already in it. You get some multiplayer racing down. Trying to practice this Imola here. They just... Yes. So, Lyle, this is probably one of the better headsets with these new types of screens here, these new LCD displays that are actually reproducing black levels. The only thing is it's not perfect because these LCD panels are backlit, so it's not going to be perfect. It's not going to be like an OLED. It's still a little bit gray, but the first Reverb was pretty bad with it. The Quest 2 is not too bad, but it's kind of hard when you're racing in dark scenes. You can tell that it's a backlit display, but they almost all do that, where you're not going to get true black levels. It's, you know, like grayed out. This one does a really good job kind of bringing down the darkness level and reproducing that, and just really tries to make it feel very immersive. So I just put it on the VR high settings. We're just running VR high. I know VR Epic kind of, the reprojection kind of kicks in a little bit more at that point. But we're averaging around 70 frames per second at the moment. I kind of missed that chicane again. So right now I'm running the game view. If I do the headset view, you're going to see kind of chat multiplied multiple times, unfortunately. So that's why I'm just watching FPS at the bottom here, and I'm kind of letting you guys know what I'm experiencing. Let's go into a race, and then I'll... Let's see here. Let's go into a race, and then I don't know. All right, Norman, that's awesome. Thank you so much. So, but Lyle, keep in mind the black levels in here are still not perfect. It's not going to be like OLED. OLED panels that are in some of the other VR headsets, their black levels are just off because the pixels themselves actually turn off and really kind of give you that sense of like darkness. This is better. Oh yeah, so without streaming, I was hitting 90. So right now I'm hitting about 70, some areas 66, some areas a little bit higher than 70. We're running OVR drop and FPS VR, and I'm streaming using the EVGA encoder, which is directly impacting the GPU. So yeah, at that point, you know, everything's kind of impacting the GPU. Without streaming, I'm hitting 90 on ACC. So it's really nice. If you do a multiplayer race or an AI race and you have multiple cars on the track, then the FPS comes down a little bit, but not to a point where it's uncomfortable or making me feel motion sick. So, yeah. You return the first, yeah, Reverb, yeah. iRacing Ferrari Challenge. So, yeah, so let's load up. You want me to drive the Ferrari Challenge? Let's load that up in iRacing, and then what I'll do is I'll turn off this chat, so that way we don't have multiple chat windows kind of going at the same time, and you guys should be able to see kind of the frame rate I'm getting inside the headset. Yeah, okay. Multi, so there you go. There's your answer. Someone else kind of backing that up as well. All right, so let's get iRacing going, or maybe I'll leave this chat up too. Just kind of don't mind the chat running in the background. Bailey, what track do you want to see me run at? Or do you guys have a preference as to what track I run at in iRacing? So Norman, whenever I'm running VR Epic, I really need another system to stream off of. I haven't really tried it because it does look good, but you know, you start sacrificing a little bit of frames. I got to try it some more. Pretty much because of my time constraints right now. Every time I've been trying this headset, lately I've been just live streaming it with you guys, so we're experiencing it at the same time. But I really need to get into it and just test it off camera. So when I do the full review of this headset, we're going to do a lot of that because yeah, it's not going to be live. When we do the full review of any headset, it's not live. It's just a composed video. So I'll definitely get into that at that time. Bathurst, will do. All right. Boom. Danny, what's going on? But yeah, I'm going to do through the lens shots. We're going to compare it to the Rift, the Quest 2, I'm sorry. And also we'll compare it to the Pimax. I always have my Pimax by my side and ready to rock and roll. We'll compare it. I'm going to compare it to everything that I got here. So, yeah. All right. So, let's see. The Ferrari Challenge. Let's see. See if I even have. I'm almost certain I have that car. So I only have the 488 GT3, which I think is what they use in the challenge, and I have the GTE. Would any of those work for you? Not really cards I use too often, so it's going to take a little bit. Oh, Bathurst. Why did I say Brands Hatch? Bathurst. I don't even know if I have a setup to really run with this, but we'll take it. We'll take a look. The sweet spot's actually really good, Danny. I haven't had an issue with it. So we'll run with the 488 GTE. And what I'll do is let me adjust a few things real quick. And let's see. Where is OVR drop? Let me adjust this. There we go. All right, cool. All right, so I'm going to change this view over so that way you can see what's going on in my headset. Hopefully it's going to be fairly smooth. Where is FPS VR? Oh, oh. Let's see if maybe it's attached to one of the controllers. There it is. All right, so you'll be able to see the FPS at the bottom of the screen there. And let me click on... There we go. Okay. So we're at 90 right now. Yeah, I really hope Kunos does enable that as well. That would be amazing. Let me adjust where the sound's coming out of. It's a little too far back. So right now I have most of the settings kind of cranked. You can see what my settings are here. Let's see. Options. Ooh, that was a weird skip. So let's actually lower this resolution down. 1920 by 1080. It's trying to wrap the mirrored screen all the way on my 3840 by 1080 panel. Let's go to graphics. So I have AA samples at 8 times. That doesn't need to be that high. Anisotropic filtering at 16 times. We're going to leave that there. Everything for the most part's at high and medium. Grandstands I always leave on low. Crowds, medium. No limit for FPS. Cockpit mirrors, 2-pass trees, show driver's arms. Shadows I have on. Dynamic track data, night shadow maps. And... yeah, let's restart this, actually, because I think the graphical settings are not going to take into effect until you restart. So let's restart this. Yeah, we're just having fun. We're just doing whatever we can. Testing different things, right? I don't know what that random... I think it's like whenever the simulator starts and stops, there's some like random little psst that happens. So I go by Crash. That's the name I like to go by. It's what I do best. So this loading screen is going to kind of mess up the average FPS. Once we get in the track, I'll restart the average. This loading screen always skips no matter what headset you're in. But again, if you're just joining in, we are going to be going off of I like running with mirrors. I really don't like running without mirrors. You know what I mean? All right, there we go. So that actually helped a little bit, lowering that AA down a little bit. You can see we're running at 82, 83, 85, 82, 85. Feels really smooth in the headset here, 85, 85. Again, we're live streaming off the same title. Off the same computer. Oh, awesome. You got some dirt bikes? Nice. 80s, 75. Still feels smooth. 80, 70, 70, 80. Got all the mirrors on. Can move and kind of see out the mirrors. Yeah, I'll shut them off. Just a moment. I really don't need them practicing. You're right about that. I just like the immersion factor of mirrors. But right now, you know, it feels perfectly smooth in the headset. And you could imagine if I wasn't live streaming, we would be just steady 90s. So we'll never hit hundreds. It'll just cap at 90 because the headset only runs at 90. You know what I mean? And also with this headset, I could downgrade the FPS. I think it's like 62 is like the next lowest. So that way it'll just stay a steady 62. But this feels really good. I've been VRing for a long time. I still have a lot of VR headsets. Sold a lot of them. Tried both reverbs. And I do got to say this is an awesome experience. Still 87, 83, 85. All right, so let's go back to the pits. And what we'll do is we'll try taking the mirrors off, like you were suggesting. The big thing with this one is the fitment to the face, the nose, cup, and everything like that seals so well. It's like you have to lift up the headset to see anything you're doing. A lot of other headsets, you get a little bit of a gap here in the bottom. You can kind of get away with just glancing down and seeing your keyboard on your lap. This one you can't. It completely blocks all light out, which is awesome. Yeah. All right, let's take the mirrors off. Boom. Do I use any kind of program that turns off background processes? Use GPU Tweak 2 shuts down between 20 and 30 and No, I do not, and that sounds very intriguing, actually. That would probably be useful for me, even though... So, like, right now, what I'm mainly running is the Philips Hue program. That's how we're getting the dynamic lights kind of moving as I move my head on me. And then we have, you know, what's capturing the chat up there in the corner so I could read your chat. We have FPS VR. We are live streaming off the same system. So, there's definitely a lot of things impacting frame rate right now. I'm actually not noticing frames a little bit lower at the moment. I don't know, maybe I should have restarted iRacing after we shut the mirrors off. It's saying we're in the high 70s, low 80s. I don't really feel a difference. Ooh, almost clipped that wall. Oh, just caught the grass a little bit. Getting sloppy. Remember the playseat videos? Those were the days. Oh my gosh, Bailey. Yeah, that's... Norman, that's awesome. But yeah, Bailey, man. Whew, that was a while ago, buddy. Yeah. I had my triple screen set up on a wooden sawhorse. I actually made my own shifter from a flight stick before I put money down for the TH8A. It was staying steadily just around the low 80s. This could be a really fun series. I don't really race the series, but if they go to Brands Hatch, I mean, why I keep calling this track Brands Hatch? Bathurst. This could potentially be a really, really fun series for me to try. Well, hopefully you all get an idea of the potential here. If I wasn't live streaming, if you're not live streaming and you have this very similar system, I'm running a RTX 3090, 32 gigs of RAM, RTX 3090. I think the 3080 would pretty much handle it the same way, to be honest with you. They're not far off from each other performance-wise. I got the 3090 because I live stream and I need that VRAM. At least I think I do. I don't even know if I do. Just seemed appropriate. Getting a little swirly there. And it looks so darn good. Even on AA at 4 times, because the resolution's high enough where you really don't need that AA to be up or anti-aliasing to be up super high. You can get away with 4 times or even 2 times. This feels almost easier to drive than ACC, which is a little counterintuitive. I've always felt like ACC was a little bit easier and more forgiving to drive than iRacing by a little bit. I mean, not worlds of a difference, but maybe I'm just so used to iRacing's physics. Anything else you guys want to see? Do you want to see some dirt rally? Do you want me to do a race? I could go back into ACC. We could do a race. let me know. We're testing here, so whatever you guys want to see. Ah! Ah! Oh, I missed that wall. Oh man, that evil laugh. I really just want to get one more lap down. We just got a 2:05.6. I felt like I wasn't really trying all that hard, which is really competitive to the lap times I was getting yesterday in ACC. Project Cars 2, please. All right, let's do it. Anything in particular you want to see in P Cars 2? Automobilista 2, I also have that as well. I have almost all the titles, so, you know, we'll definitely jump to P Cars 2 in just a moment. Big skip there for whatever reason. Another big skip. I don't know what's holding me up there. Something must be running in the background. Saw a big red spike there. Yeah. Audi GT3. Do you want to see a race in Project Cars 2? I haven't done a race in a really long time. We could do P Cars 2 in just a second. Or do you want to just see some practice laps? What track in P Cars 2 do you want to see? Zolder, okay. I prefer ACC and iRacing personally, but, you know, I still respect Project Cars 2. I think we're going to jump into Project Cars 2 real quick, Norman. If we have some time, we'll try to jump into an iRacing race. The problem with iRacing is being that it's all scheduled unless I do an AI race. I mean, that would be an option. So I was at 2:05.4, so still kind of slow. I should be in the 2:03s, but, you know, having not really practiced this car too often, not too bad, not too upset with that. Come on. Yeah, we can do both. For some reason, it doesn't want to get out. Get out of the car. Come on. Come on. There we go. Boom. All right, so let's jump in Project Cars 2. I don't even remember what graphical settings I have for this title. Maybe completely rough. I don't know. I think if I remember correctly, I have my other wheel paired. I don't know. Let's check the control settings and we'll see. We'll see what we can do with it. But we'll do Zolder because that was requested first. And then we'll kind of go from there. Because I noticed the wheel is not, I mean, my 0 is not happening. So let's see. Camera and view. Center VR headset. All right, that's not working. Ah! Wheel custom. So I just felt it kick in. Let me calibrate the pedals. And then I mean, it should already, yeah, that's already picked up. So gear up. All right, so that's not really working. So let me change this wheel out in favor for I think maybe too many USB devices, even though this title has always been really good about that. Boom. Okay. So let's make sure the gear up and gear down are, yep, so there we go. Boom. Boom. And yeah, it's definitely been a while for me. So let's see. What was that was requested? I think it was, what was it, an Audi? Let's see. Let's see if I could find what was requested earlier. Audi GT3. Okay. And then we'll go to Zolder. So we're just like locked at 90 frames per second right now. The average hasn't moved at all, and I don't know why, but we're still locked at 90. We're going to do 24 opponents. Let's see what the graphical settings are like, because I don't even remember what graphical settings I've been using. If I could remember where the heck, maybe in here? So that's just for the window that's running. Let's run that on medium. Why is everything so low? Is there a preset that I could run? High, 16, reflections. Let's put everything on high. Let's see what happens. All, high, yes. No, I don't like motion blur. Take that off. Particle density ultra. All right, we got to restart the game apparently. Okay. So let's restart it and see what it looks like. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm thinking. So we're going to run it on high and let's see what it looks like. What are the audio settings like? Are you guys able to hear me and the car very well? Custom race. Let's do a practice because it's been a while since I ran at practice. 10-minute practice, and then qualifying 10-minute. Why not? So, nice little session here. Not sure what the seat position is going to be like. I know there's controls for seat position, but we'll kind of roll through it as we go. Whoa, big hit in frame rate there. With everything on high. So we're definitely being reprojected.
Go, go, go.
Feels smooth though. It doesn't feel like 60. I need my driver arms. Let's see. Nope, not there. Where do you find the driver arms? Is it under virtual reality? Nope. Gameplay? Oh, you can't adjust it when you're in a race session. All right, we'll restart that. It loaded up pretty quick. All right, good, good, good. Where was that again? I think that was gameplay. On screen. On. Let's see what we could. Shadow detail. Let's put that on medium. Grass detail on medium. reflections on medium. And let's see what that does. To the frame rates. Might actually help us out quite a bit. I don't remember what it is, but I think it was a shadow detail in this title is what really kind of sets you off frame rate wise. Yeah, we're just hanging around 60 frames. It looks like it lowered it to the 60 frame like preset, because you could lower this title down from 90 to 60. Looks like it just lowered it down to 60 frames per second. Oh, you know what? My sim commander is not running. Let me just get that going real quick. Let me close this out.
Matching car and track data found in Sim Experience database. Profile modified.
There we go. Hopefully your view is good. I'm not even checking that. Yeah, it looks like it's good.
Steady on the outlap, tyre temps are low.
Oh, really? I don't really have good feel in the wheel as far as force feedback. I barely feel anything in the wheel. What the heck? It's so light. Let me see what I have on my Sim Commander settings for Project Cars 2. Because I could barely feel anything. Let me put this on high. See if that feels any better. A little bit better. Okay. Tell you one thing, it doesn't look as pretty. And I'm not really digging this force feedback, to be honest with you. It's something I'm going to have to get used to. Yeah, it's definitely not running as smooth. I could feel the chugging along that it's doing. I can feel the frame skips. Let's see what I could adjust. See if we could get some of the frames back. Yeah, I'm kind of wondering if, you know, if we're not streaming, if I would hit 90 with these settings. just right now, because of the resolution of the headset, we are not hitting. We're not even getting close. You know, at least ACC and iRacing were close. I'm not getting anywhere near what we would normally hit. So, I mean, it might be, you might be able to, so post-processing is on. Let me turn that off. Screen dirt I like. Let's turn these rays off and let's see if that does anything. Performance. Enhanced mirror, let's turn that off. I don't know if this is stuff that's going to take effect right now. All right, we got a little bit more frames. Now it's in the 60s. Looked like it tapped 70 for a moment there. Also, yes, I need to change the... How does it look to you guys? Is it chugging along to you guys? Are you guys getting a lot of like skipping and stuff like that? I gotta restart it for it to take effect. Alright, before we get too far on this, let me restart it then, because... And I'll take practice off. We'll just run the race. Yeah, it's kind of weird. I've always had a little bit of an issue with running Project Cars 2. Always. It never ran smooth for me. Even, maybe I need to uninstall and reinstall it. But I've always had little issues here and there. I'm going to put my wheel up to responsive. I really want to feel that force feedback. Dan, so far it's been working out pretty good. We're just trying to adjust a few settings here and there in Project Cars 2 to get decent frame rates. Not getting great frame rates in Project Cars 2. Again, you know, live streaming from the same system, running OVR drop so I could see chat and a few other things like the Philips Hue software running and all that. That does actually consume some of your CPU and GPU because it's taking information from the screen. So not ideal, but ACC was actually pretty good. iRacing was, of course, pretty flawless. And let's just do practice again. That's fine. But as far as Project Cars 2, I never had great luck running P Cars 2 in VR, and it's kind of showing itself a little bit with the frame rate. But I do gotta say, it is nice looking. I wouldn't say as nice looking as iRacing.
Matching car and track data found in Sim Experience database.
Nothing like I was
Profile
experiencing
modified.
before in iRacing.
Go, go, go.
So right now we're hitting like 70 as a max right there. But we are running 24
Okay,
cars.
the tyres and brakes are going to be cold on this outlap, so take it easy and build up your speed once they get warm.
Yeah, it definitely feels a little bit smoother than it was the last time we were just out. Frank Zappa, what's going on? Yeah, for most people it is always pretty smooth in VR, but for me I've always had issues with Windows mixed reality, I should say, and P-Cars too. It's actually running not too bad right now, even though it says I'm only hitting 68. Feels pretty good. Can't say I'm in love with the force feedback. Definitely some tuning gonna have to happen. Most of my controls were like reset. So I think I just haven't been in it too long. I'm gonna have to reset everything. I feel like I have no grip at all. I mean, it might be that preset. The preset said loose. Probably should go in and change that. I feel like I'm drifting around every corner. Yeah, I mean, I probably should uninstall and reinstall it. I don't know, and I don't remember if I made any change to the game files in the past and stuff like that, you know. Really should just start anew, being that we have such a different system than what we were running with. This car does sound amazing though. Yeah. Oh yeah, that right front is still blue. That's true. The right front is still blue. What the heck? Warm up already. Am I running like hard compound? I'm definitely going to change up the compound of the tires. This is a shorter race, so I really don't need hard compound. No. Come on, turn, baby. No, it doesn't feel quite like potato mode. It feels slightly bigger than that. And I feel like the Pimax makes it more obvious. I would say it feels maybe a little bit, feels like the Odyssey, the Samsung Odyssey. It feels, to me, slightly bigger than the Rift S. But still bigger than the Quest 2, definitely. The Quest 2 has probably, the Quest 1 and 2 have the narrowest FOV. It's enough for me to feel immersed. But it depends on what do you prioritize in your VR experience. Do you prioritize clarity or do you prioritize FOV? Some people prioritize FOV. That's what I thought, and that's why I have my Pimax. Here, let's I'm gonna change up these tires because they're still not even warmed up. So it's kind of, that's going too long. And let's see here. Let's change this setup. Where are the presets? Stable. And then edit setup. Let's see what tires they're using. I don't know how much time. I just didn't look at it just now. I know I saw the time was there, but I didn't look at it. But no, I don't think it's as bad as potato mode, especially if you cinch it down to your face really good. Let's see if we start crab walking out of here. Tires warmed up. So we're using a different way of capturing the VR experience you guys are seeing. I'm doing the VR view versus we were capturing the gameplay in ACC, and I know you guys were saying the ACC looked real good. Does this look good and smooth, or is it kind of choppy on your guys' end? I want you guys to be able to see the frame rates. That's why we are recording it this way, but I know the ACC game view was probably the best way of capturing so far. Yeah, this feels better. A stable setup for me. For sure. Missed that apex. Early apex there. So you're probably talking about the Pimax AKX. That was the goal with the AKX. I haven't tried that headset. Pimax wants to send one for me to try. I would greatly appreciate it, but it's a very expensive headset. I think that was their goal with that headset. And their motion smoothing technology in my 5KX works really good, so I don't know if it still lends itself to be very, very good in the AKX. So the stable preset with the soft tires definitely made a big difference as far as car feel for me. Maybe I just, you know, setup's everything, I just didn't like the setup. Wish I definitely had my pit speed limiter mapped. I probably should do that, but... So right now, to me, this is actually feeling pretty good. So let's go into qualifying. Let's make sure. Soft slicks. Let me see what the rears were. Oh, let's put that back on soft as well. So soft all the way around. It's only a 10-minute session, so. I think this FOV is fine for what we do, especially if you ever did a track day or raced with, you know, a helmet on. Your FOV, your natural FOV is hindered a bit.
Take it easy on the outlap.
Apparently I'm setting up a night race. A little bit too much speed coming out of the pits across the white line. The way the sun was just cutting through the trees, that's amazing looking. It's actually distracting me and I missed my brake point completely. So I'm over here looking at how the sun's cutting through the trees. That's gorgeous. Getting blinded by the sun a little bit, that was awesome. Tires are still cold. I set the weather conditions to be real, so it might just be, track just might be ice cold. Yeah, the FPS is definitely taking a dive, but in the headset it feels pretty good. I mean... Oh, AI made a mistake. Whoa! I don't know what I have AI set to. turning a lot better than I am. My tires are still ice cold. Come on, tires. Heat up already. You would think this FPS would look horrible and garbage in the headset. There's a little bit of skipping, but it's really not that bad. I think the reprojection's actually doing a decent job right now. That or I'm getting used to it. Slow down a little bit so I don't get a penalty. I cannot hold the same speed the AI is. Trying to look at chat and see what you guys were writing. Yeah, VR is very young, so you know, I love the experience I'm having. I absolutely do, but I need to let you guys know the limitations and possibly what you may find to be not such a great experience in an objective fashion, you know? If I put anyone in this inside my rig and I turn on motion, which I have the motion off so that way you guys are not seeing a shaking mess, they would feel this is like an amazing experience. But you know, from trying VR from the very beginning, to me this is an amazing experience too. But yeah, there's always room for growth and getting better, and there's no perfect headset. I'm a firm believer on that. How are the tires still blue? Oh, come on. I didn't hit the cones or anything. Oh! AI just came out and said, "Get the heck out of my way." Let's return the pit box. We'll start the race session. Let's see. Skip to ends. I'm probably going to be in the back. That's okay. Oh, we're doing a night race. Okay. 3900X. I do have a 5900X on pre-order, so we'll see. man, they're hitting into each other.
Left side. All clear. Watch your left. Nice, clear. Left side. You're all clear.
Can't keep it in, the tires are too cold. Oh, actually my tires are heated up.
Watch right, you've got a car right.
That was close.
You're good, all clear. Car right. Half length back. 1 length back.
First time my tires are all heated up, we must have had tire blankets. Now I get to actually race. Warmed up tires. Ah! Maybe not. Maybe not. Couldn't stop in time.
On the right side. Clear.
So far this is feeling really good. Back half of the track definitely consumes a little bit more. Not really feeling it too much in the headset.
He's 2 lengths behind you.
Got the mirrors going, they look great. Hear the engine.
2 wide, left side. Clear.
Oh man. Locked up the rear end, downshifting the first.
Car on your right. He's cleared you.
I can't stop in time. Ah! Really? Oh, we got a crash car here on the track. Kind of did what I did, it looks like. I don't know, the reviews to me look pretty promising. That's why I'm keeping my pre-order, but I don't have that CPU, so I can't really say. Just going off of what other people have said, you know what I mean? So it's hard for me to say right now.
That's your best sector 2 time so far. personal best. Good job. Keep pushing.
Darn it!
One length behind. Still there. Two lengths behind. Nice one, a new PB.
New peanut butter and jelly!
Half length back, watch your line.
That's it, there he goes. See if I can catch him. I just don't have enough practice in Project Cars 2 to really be competitive with the AI.
Remaining. That's your best Sector 2 time so far today. Great stuff.
'Time progression really kills it, huh? I'll turn it off. So that's when you're making up the race? That's what, that's something I can turn off, huh? We'll do one more session without time progression. The night is really nice looking though. It's really dark in here. Kind of tricking my brain, making me think it's nighttime where I actually am. So, you know, it's doing its job.
go.
AI is just demolishing us right now.
That's your fastest lap in the race so far.
What do you guys normally race with the AI and Project Cars 2?
Remaining. That's your fastest second sector so far. Great job. Keep it up.
So the biggest problem that I have right now going on is that I'm live streaming from the same system. If I had another system, which I do, I mean, it's just I would have to set up all my streaming encoders and everything. It would probably be a lot, well, not probably, it would definitely net us a lot more frames if I wasn't running all this software at the same time. It all takes in a little bit of GPU resources. We did lower some of the graphical settings down from high to medium. Good deal. Thank you. Yeah, I don't think I have AI at 100. It's still whipping my tail pretty hard. Then again, I don't really practice Project Cars 2. the fact that I'm live streaming at the same time, yeah. And I use the NVIC encoder because it's the most efficient one, but that's basically running the whole stream directly from the GPU. I know. Jesse, are you coming in? You want to come in a race, buddy? We could get going. Or if you want to still try it later, we could try to get a race going later on. No, it's not ACC. ACC was actually running a little bit smoother than this. This is Project Cars 2. Which, like I said, I've always had issues running P-Cars 2 in VR. Most of you have not ever had issues, and I probably should uninstall and reinstall it because I don't remember if in the past, when I first installed it, I may have changed some of the game configuration files when it was having a hard time running Windows Mixed Reality. I don't know. I don't remember. And I probably should do a fresh install just to see if that helps out. 92 to 96. Okay. So let's skip the cooldown lap. Of course, we're in last place. Turn to race central. I don't know what I have AI at. It's definitely, I don't even think that high. It's probably lower than that, but they whooped the heck out of us. Oh, I had them at 100. Okay. Well, that explains a lot. So I'm going to lower them down to 90. And aggression I had at 70. Yeah, I still have to put up my lights. I know my wife is waiting for me to put up the lights. So let's take time progression off. And let's see. Yeah, time progression's at 10 times. Let's time progression off. Session start time, let's put it right in the middle of the day. We'll do like a 5-minute, just quick race, kind of see what the frame rate does. Season, let's put it summer. And see what happens. We'll take the practice off, qualifying off, and hopefully it just puts me at a random spot, which I want it to do. And let's just see what happens. Same car, same track, just this time during the daytime. Yeah, I hope the 5600X is worth it. Again, my 5900X, it says it probably won't be delivered to like the start of the year. I'm going to try to find it somewhere else, but I don't want to get, completely ripped off on eBay or anything like that. I refuse to do that. I'll just wait at that point. But it's still around 60.
On your right. Car right.
Oh!
You got one on your left. All good, you're clear now.
Oh!
Easy, cars both sides. Car right. Clear now. 1 length behind. You've got one on your right. All clear.
Well, it's a little bit higher, just a hair.
2 lengths back. Right side. Okay, clear. Right side. Okay, you're clear.
Thinking maybe 90 was a little too low. I bumped the AI down to 90 from 100. Okay.
Right side. Clear.
No, you will. It's lower resolution than this. Ooh, we messed up that section. AI is starting to pull away.
Half length back. 3 minutes remaining. Too wide, right side. Clear.
Yeah, it seems to be in the 60s this whole time, and it feels like it's running pretty good.
Behind you. Left.
Ah! That was so dirty.
2 minutes to go.
Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying things. I still need a little bit more experience in P-cars, too. Obviously, I wouldn't do that in iRacing. Take that kind of risk.
Behind.
Woo! Felt that fun in hopping.
Probe for weakness. Let it feel your presence.
At least I'm able to keep up with the AI now. The reflections off their mirrors is pretty immersive. You know, this actually feels pretty darn good right now. Well, there you go, Lyle. Thank you, man. Oh, way out wide. Apparently I have damage turned off. Good thing, or we would have been done right there. That's it. Cool down lap. Alright, so our race is over. Let's see where we ended up finishing. That was fun. Come on. The lag on my wireless keyboard here is kind of extreme. Kind of extreme. Come on. There we go. Alright, so it looks like we finished. Let's skip cooldown. We ended up finishing 9th. Not bad. So maybe 90 is a little too low for AI. Once I practice and I get a little bit more consistent and smooth, maybe like 93, 94. What the heck? My phone is playing some news. Okay. Well, everyone, yeah, so there's actually a mode. So if I go to Windows Mixed Reality, let's see. There is let's see, headset display. If you go to headset display, you could change the frame rate from 90 to 60. And I guess that's what it did. I think on that on that run there, being that we were maintaining a decent frame rate, but it was hanging around 60, I think it just dropped it to 60. I think so. I'm not really sure because it felt smooth. Even though it was running around 60, it felt smooth, felt good, wasn't bad. So not really sure what happened there. But anyway, all right, everyone, I'm Crash. This is RTA Motorsports. Got a video coming out soon. We got to actually drive a Porsche 911 GT Cup car on a racetrack. And I'm going to basically make a quick comparison between that car and the cars that we race, especially in iRacing, Assetto Corsa Competizione, how it felt in the wheel. And yeah, you get to see the in-car footage as well as track footage. It was awesome, absolutely amazing. But also, you know, I'm still testing this, still working out the kinks and trying to see what are the pros and cons with this. When I do the review with this, we're also going to do the review for the Oculus Quest 2. And I'm going to be doing through the lens shots. They're going to be separate videos, but we're going to be, of course, comparing those to the Pimax. I have a Samsung Odyssey. We're going to get all those headsets together and really try to give you guys as much as a good picture as to what this headset's like as much as possible. Again, sorry about the stream we did yesterday. I mean, I don't know what the heck was going on with the view setting there. It was way out the right side of the windshield. Definitely let me know next time if that's happening. I know you guys were trying to tell me, and I apologize. I should have had that set up better from the start. Hopefully this stream was better, and I look to even get it better and better. Hopefully the Philips Hue lights were a little bit immersive, a little cool touch there. Everyone, thank you so much for joining in today and hanging out with me. Hopefully later on, me and Jesse could get in some racing, maybe some iRacing or something like that. We're not exactly sure what we're going to do, so definitely stay tuned. If you see me live later on tonight, I'm actually live, so hang out with us and maybe even race with us. Everyone, stay safe, stay happy. See you all